Okay, so you're looking to become a data analyst. You've probably hit that point where you're asking, all right, I'm pretty good with Excel, now what? That's the big question, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to lay out the exact roadmap for you. Yeah, it feels like you're standing at a crossroads, doesn't it? You've got your Excel skills down pat, but you just know there's a whole world of more powerful tools out there. And the path forward seems to split right in front of you. Do you go left with SQL or right with Python? So on one side, you've got SQL. Think of it like the master key. It unlocks the data stored in pretty much every company database in the world. And then on the other side, you've got Python. This thing is like the ultimate Swiss Army knife for data. It's a super versatile, powerful toolkit that can do it all, from deep cleaning and analysis all the way to building fancy machine learning models.
So, which path do you take? Which one's the right first step? Well, if you ask the pros, the folks who are actually doing this job day in and day out, there's a pretty overwhelming consensus. They point to one very clear starting line for your journey.
And this quote from a discussion on Reddit, man, it just nails it. You can be a data analyst without Python, but you cannot be a data analyst with no SQL. It really says it all, doesn't it? I mean, you can't analyze the data if you can't even get your hands on it in the first place. That's why SQL is so foundational. It's your all-access path.
And here's the magic of SQL. It's what's called a declarative language. Now, that might sound fancy, but it just means it's way simpler to use. See, with a language like Python, you have to spell out every single step of how to get something done. But with SQL, you just declare what you want. You say, hey, database, get me all the sales from last quarter. And the database itself figures out the best way to do it. It does all the heavy lifting for you.
And because of that, the language itself is super straightforward and easy for beginners to pick up. But really, the most important thing is that SQL is the absolute bedrock of data analysis. It's one of the top skills you'll see on almost every single job posting. It's the gateway to the data. If you build this foundation first, trust me, everything that comes later, especially Python, is going to make a whole lot more sense.
Okay, so you've learned SQL. You're a pro at getting the data out of the database. Now you're ready to level up. This is where Python comes into the picture. It's your tool for really mastering that data.
And this workflow, it shows you perfectly how they work together. It's a partnership. You always start with SQL to pull that raw data from the company's database. Then, it's like a relay race. SQL passes the baton to Python. You use amazing libraries like pandas. Seriously, think of it as Excel on steroids but in code, to do all the complex cleaning and reshaping. Then you can use other libraries like Matplotlib and Seaborn to make awesome charts and graphs, or even build models that predict the future. See? They're not fighting each other, they're a team.
All right, so you're learning the tools. That's awesome. But knowing how to use them is only half the battle. You've got to prove you can use them. And that's what gets you hired. We're talking about building a portfolio that really shows off what you can do.
And here's the best part. You don't have to wait until you're some kind of coding genius to start building projects. You can, and you absolutely should, start right now. And you can start with the tool you already know and love, Excel. It's the perfect bridge to get you started.
Seriously, you can start building your portfolio today. Make a personal spending budget that shows you can handle financial data. Dig into Power Query to show you're not afraid of messy, real-world data. Go find a public data set like movie box office numbers. And use pivot tables to analyze it, or even better, build a cool interactive dashboard. Every single one of these projects tells a story about what you're capable of. Okay, so your awesome portfolio did the trick. It landed you the interview. Nice. But now you've got to face the final boss battle, the technical interview. Yeah, a lot of companies these days will put you through a live coding challenge or a mock interview. The whole point is to see how you handle problems in real time. They want to simulate what it's actually like to work there, to see how you think on your feet. And listen, here's the most important thing to remember. This is crucial. They care way more about your problem-solving process than about you writing perfect, flawless code on the first try. Nobody does that. What they really want is for you to talk them through it, explain your logic, tell them what you're thinking. Your thought process is what's really being interviewed, not just your coding skills.
So, okay, you're in the hot seat. What kinds of skills are they actually going to test you on?
It's all about the fundamentals. For Excel, you can bet they'll ask about things like VLOOKUP, pivot tables, and basic data cleaning. For SQL, they're going to want to see if you can join a few tables together, use functions like sum or average, and filter down the data to answer a specific business question. You know, the stuff you'd actually be doing on the job. And there you have it. The roadmap is actually pretty clear, right? Start with SQL to get your hands on the data, level up with Python to do amazing things with it, and all along the way, build real projects to prove you've got the skills. The path is laid out right in front of you. So really, there's only one question left to ask yourself. What are you going to build first?